Hello friends, welcome back to Online Maths. So we have this interesting equation right here to solve. So what we have here is 4 power 1 minus x plus 4 power 1 plus x is equal to 10. And then of course our job is just pretty much simple to find out the value of x that is actually going to satisfy this equation. But just before we proceed, if you are new to our channel, do want to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and also turn on the notification icon. And once you're done doing these three things, we're going to proceed right into this video. Okay, so I'm actually going to be utilizing one of the rules of indices, which basically say that if you have a power x plus y, you can actually expand this as a power x and then of course multiply by a power y. Okay, so that is what I'm going to be applying right. So if I do that, this question now changes to 4 power 1 and then multiply by 4 power negative x. Okay, plus this one changes to 4 power 1 multiplied by 4 power x, and it's all equal to 10. Okay, so 4 power 1 is same as 4 multiplied by 4 power negative x plus 4 multiplied by 4x is equal to 0. And then next I can actually rewrite this stuff you are seeing right here. I can write it as 4 multiplied by, okay, so I can write this term here as 1 over 4 power x, okay, plus, so this one still remains 4 times 4 power x is equal to 10. And then of course you can see that we've got some common terms right here, which is 4 power x and then of course 4 power x right here. So what I'm going to do is actually to set 4 power x to be a variable, let's say m, okay, and of course if that happens I'm going to substitute right here. So 4 times 1 here is 4 divided by 4 power x, which we've got we set to be m, okay, plus what we now have here is 4 times 4 power x, which is now 4 times m, and that will give us 4m is equal to 10. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is actually to go ahead and then clear this fraction you are seeing over here, and I can do that by multiplying through by m. So I'm going to multiply this by m, okay, and then of course multiply this one by m and also multiply this term here by m. If I do that, this m cancels this and then I'm left with 4 power m times 4m here will give us 4m squared equal to m times 10 here will give us 10m. Okay, so this is cool, and of course let me subtract this 10m from both sides. I'm going to be having, let me write this first, 4m squared minus 10m, okay, plus 4 is equal to 0. And then I'm actually going to go ahead to reduce the values that I have right there. So since all of them are divisible by 2, I can actually go ahead to divide through by 2. And if I do that, this one changes to 2m squared and then minus 5m, okay, plus 2 is equal to 0. So this is a quadratic equation. You can either use any of the method of solving a quadratic equation. For the sake of this video, I'm actually going to be using the formula method. Of course, you remember the general form of a quadratic equation, that is ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So you discover that in this case, this a is equal to 2, and then b is equal to this negative 5, and c is equal to 2. And then of course if you now want to find out the value of m right here, the formula for that, m is equal to negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, all divided by 2 multiplied by e. Okay, so I'm just going to substitute all of these terms here right there. So m is now equal to minus, okay, minus 5 plus or minus the square root of minus 5 all squared, okay, minus 4 times a is 2, and then of course times c is also 2, a divided by 2 times a, and that is 2 times 2, Okay, so moving on, this is minus times minus, they will give me 5. Then plus or minus the square root of minus 5 squared is 25. Okay, minus 4 times 2 here is 8, and then of course times 2, this is 16, all divided by 2 times 2 here, which is 4. Okay, so what we're going to be having here is 25 minus 16, which is equal to 9. So we'll be having 5 plus or minus root 9 divided by 4. 5 plus or minus root 9 divided by 4. So obviously m is now equal to 5 plus square root of plus or minus the square root of 9 here is 3 divided by 4 right here. Okay, so obviously you can see that m is equal to first 5 plus 3 divided by 4, or 5 minus 3 divided by 4. And of course, in which case this one is 8 divided by 4, or 2 divided by 4. So that of course m is now equal to 2 or 1 over 2. Okay, so these are the two values of m, but then don't forget that we actually set our m to be equal to 4 power x. Okay, so we are now going to be making this substitution so that we can find out the values of x that will satisfy the question we are solving. So for m equal to 2, we can now go ahead and say 2 is equal to 4 power x. Okay, so 2 is equal to, I can write this 4 as 2 power 2, and then the 2 is actually going to multiply this x, so that I have 2 power 2 x, and then of course this is also power 1. Okay, so what I'm going to do is since they have the same base right here, I'm actually going to cancel this base here, and then I will equate the power so that I have that 2x here is equal to 1. Okay, so and obviously this implies that our x is equal to 1 over 2. Next, for m equal to 1 over 2, so we now have that 1 over 2 is equal to 4 power x. So I can actually write this 1 over 2 as 2 power minus 1 is equal to, I can write this 4 as 2 power 2x, just as we have it right here. So I can cancel this 2 right here, and then I will equate the powers so that 2x is now equal to negative 1. So that of course when you divide through by 2, you now see that x is equal to negative 1 over 2. Okay, so that if we come over here to put out the values of x which we've got, so you will see that of course that x is equal to first, let me call the first x we've got to be x1 is equal to 1 over 2, and then the second x which we got to be equal to negative 1 over 2. So these are the two values of x that when you put it in the equation we are solving, you will see that it is actually going to satisfy. So thank you guys so much for watching, and of course if you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more updates, and I'm going to see you guys in my next video. Bye.